everybody. So I wanted to show you all something. This is something that we made. Can you see it? I mean, it's not perfect. It's kind of wonky. But this is something we made years ago for Marshall. He wanted to be, I want to say this is 7 or 8 years ago, but he wanted to be Predator for Halloween. And so we kind of were like, well, let's make him a costume. And so we made this out of just things laying around the house and such. Okay, so what we did, let me start with the dreadlocks first. Now this has been in storage for a long time and has gotten really beaten up, but still, I'm proud of this creation, so I've kept it. But we made the dreadlocks out of black yarn, and then I went over it with little bits of masking tape, and then we went over it again in clear packing tape, just to cover them, just to keep them from fraying. And so I just made a whole bunch of these, and we hot glued them inside here. Let's see, what can we see inside here? For the structure, I pretty much just used boxes, cardboard that we cut up to make the shape. God, I wish that we had made a video on us making it, but it was so long ago, I don't even know what happened. I think we did take some photographs of the stages we were going through, but we just shaped it, and we pretty much just used the measurements of Marshall's head. And obviously this isn't perfect. This isn't just like Predator. You'll see much better representations of people making their mask online, but this was for a 10-year-old kid, 10 or 11-year-old kid, and he didn't care, just as long as people could tell what he was. So then, so we used cardboard to shape it, and up here, this part was actually, we had this plastic pump from a one of those big exercise balls. We didn't need it anymore, so we cut it into 2 pieces and used it to kind of shape here. And we went over it in paper mache, and then we went over it in I think it's called Bondo. You use to repair little holes on cars and stuff. And it is actually pretty heavy, but he still wore it. He didn't mind too much. And then we just cut the holes out. If we had had enough time, we would have fashioned some kind of lighted eye thing or something. And for his weapon, we just took, he was in karate, so for his weapon, we took a bow staff and spray painted it black, and then went over it just slightly in some grayish silver to give it kind of a camouflage look. And we did the same thing over this, spray painted it black, and then went over it with some of the silver. And like I said, I realize this does not perfectly look like the Predator, but I think it looks enough like it for a little kid. So I was just, I didn't plan on making this video. I was just cleaning up around the house and found this, and I thought I would show it off and talk about it. Here it got a little dinged up, just being in storage, but still a solid piece. And I'd love to try it again now that we have a, slightly bigger costume budget around this house. And anyway, it was a family effort. We made this as a family, so it was a family project, and that's priceless. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I will insert a photo of him in his costume. Obviously, he's an 11-year-old boy. I think he was 11 at the time. I really can't be sure. So he's not going to, look like the Predator, but you'll get the gist. Thank you very much for watching, and here are the photos. I actually ended up finding a lot of the pictures of us putting it together. So, here's just, I don't remember exactly what we're doing. It was so long ago, but you can kind of see where we were trying to get the shape of the, just kind of the skeleton of the mask and putting it together, and Me and Marshall here coming up, we had a lot of fun with the dreadlocks. I'm just kind of pinning them to his head just to make sure we have the right length and to figure out where in the mask we're going to glue them so they'll hang just right on his head. There he is looking thrilled. And here's a view of the top of the mask in progress. Just that's that tubing I was talking about earlier. And it's Eric working on the structure a little bit. And oh, it looks like we may have used some tubing on the cheek area too. And there it is with the Bondo, which took a ton of sanding. We had to sand for that. But it was worth it because he was happy. And there it is. We're using the vacuum cleaner as a stand for it. And that's with the dreadlocks connected to it. And there's the front. I thought it looked really fantastic for our first attempt at making anything like this. And there he is with the mask on. His costume was just some Under Armour I found, and there was like a pair of these plastic pants. I don't know what kind of pants they were, but we just kind of went over the clothes and a little bit of the silver spray paint too to give it kind of that camouflaged Predator look. And I think for the shoulder, I don't remember what I used, but that's it. I think it looks great.